think they heard that. That's one of my favorite songs.
Hello. I have come to ask you what your requests are. Hello, Courtney and Rebecca.
Hi.
Deborah and German and Maria.
Oh my goodness.
How you doing there, girl?
I'm sore. I'm sore.
How'd you get sore?
My hips and my butt. My butt is sore. Like a boot camp thing right before this, which I should not have done. I'm beginning to think that was a very bad idea. Like a beast. Oh, yeah, no, it was not fun.
Oh, poor sore buns.
I know. I'm like, they'll thank me later, but not for a while.
Okay, so I see a wrist request. Oh my goodness. Do you see Zulu's tail back there? He's like just gotten into the IKEA bag where I put my mat. So let's talk about those wrists. Yes, do we remember our hand alignment thing? So if you're putting your palms on the floor, you want to think about your pointer finger pointing straight up, which you can see how that affects where my elbow is in space. Because we want to, when we're supporting our weight, squeeze our elbows back, so like towards your hips or the back of the room, or you know, behind you, more or less. Yeah. So sometimes I say, "How old are you?" 10 years old. So you want to feel like your hands on the floor anytime you're on the floor are super active. And then some people talk about maybe putting a little blueberry in the center of your palm and pressing with your knuckles and your fingers so that you're sort of pulling up the center of your palm as it sits on the floor a little bit. So you're holding room for a little blueberry underneath there. And the general idea being that as we flex forward, right, to make these disappointed flamingos that are judging everybody, they've decided we're great, by the way. But the disappointed flamingos, you're flexing all of this muscle tissue on the underside of your forearm, and that pressure lengthens the space in the top back of the wrist. Because for most people, when you're having pain with putting your weight on the wrist, it's because there's a bunch of compression right here, and you can usually see like a bunch of little wrinkles in your wrist skin. Yeah. But as we rotate the hand to a different place, I better spotlight myself. As we rotate the hand to a different direction, okay, I can use my camera. Oh, look. I should be doing multiple things at once. So if this were my hand on the floor and my elbow were out, then I would be having extra wrinkles in the back of my wrist, which means there's a lot of compression going on. And if I take instead and I pull my elbow to the back, then it makes a little bit more space in that top of that wrist. And then by activating the hand and pressing it as though I'm trying to make that shape of the disappointed flamingo, I'm also pulling and creating a little bit more space in the wrist. So if you're having wrist pressure discomfort, those are two things that help take the pressure off. One is squeezing in, and the other is pressing forward with your hands. And once again, we want to think, I'm 10 years old! And also like pointer finger straight up, elbows back. Those are the things that help. And then, of course, don't be afraid to stretch straight down. So that same shape of the disappointed flamingo. Sometimes when we go into child's pose or go back to relax, I'll ask you to put your knuckles on the ground. So if this is the mat, what I mean is that I put my whole knuckle there and then I press my wrist past it to get the stretch on the back of the wrist. Star. Those are the big things for wrist health. Yeah. What else? What else? If you do have like straight up carpal tunnel in there, it means everything is already maximum, well, not necessarily maximum, but everything is already really inflamed. And so when the tissues are inflamed, there's even less space. And that means that as you move your wrists, they just get more and more and more irritated. So if you know you already are having a chronic problem, sometimes you just need to back off and you can switch to, I call them spider hands, or to fists if that's the case. But if you are not already having a chronic problem with your wrists, it's a really good idea to push a little bit in terms of building this strength in your forearm and your fingertips, because you need the strength to not be just collapsing in those wrists and sort of making the cycle of inflammation, if that makes sense. Does that make sense a little bit? Shall we Pilatinate? Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna mute you, my loves. You're welcome. My pleasure. We have original sound spotlight. Can you see the whole mat? Yes, but I'm gonna start up. You can see the whole mat. Oh, I might need to back you up a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. I don't want to hear that song. That doesn't make me want to dance. There we go. And let's turn the volume back up. Hooray! Awesome. Find your space. Wiggle your ankles around. Start to find your balance. Just waking up any tension you have in your calves or your feet. Rolling back your shoulders. Wiggle anything around that needs a good morning wiggle. Make sure you don't have anything to trip over nearby. Step to the sides of your mat. We're going to step wide, narrow to start. Start your recording devices. Reach across. Gently twist. Roll those bellies around. Out and in. And hold it in. Bring your feet underneath yourself. Settle down a little bit lower. Curve, neutral, arch, neutral, curve, neutral, arch, neutral. So we're just working our lower back. breath in. Big exhale. Roll down. Walk forward with those palms. Shoulders stay back, elbows point back, walk back. Roll back up. Lift your knees. See if you can stay mostly on top of yourself. And lift them to the side. Thinking about that Pilates scoop and a nice long lower back. Kicking your buns. You gotta really lift up while you kick your buns. Little dots. Let those shoulder blades fall back and together. Knees up in front. Out to the side. Find those scoops. To the back. Hold on to your 12 o'clock or neutral pelvis. Sweep those thighs back. Lean your torso. Stepping as wide as your mat. Settle down your weight. 12 neutral six. Hold 12 o'clock. Drop down a little bit lower. We're trying to hold 12 o'clock, but it's probably just going to be neutral, yeah? Roll those shoulders back. Take a quick glance down. Make sure your knees and toes are pointed forward. Hold those shoulder blades back and together. Make Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. Get down a little bit lower. We're going to low walk. Stay as low as you can. Step and bring your feet together. These are called monster walks. Stay in touch with your feeling of your Pilates scoop, holding in gently. And let your tailbone go down nice and low. If it helps, you can say, "Rah." And go back home. Are your knees and toes still forward? Are you staying nice and low? Could you step a little bigger this time? Big Tyrannosaurus Rex legs. Sorry if you can hear strange noises. PG&E is cutting down trees outside. In a good way. Good, roll it up. Big breath in. Pull those shoulders down. Place your hands right in front of your shoulders. And release your scoop. Pull it in. Hold it in. Shoulder blades. We're going to pinch them back. So let's come down to our flat back. Let out your bellies. Pull them back in. And holding them in, we're going to move our shoulder blades back and together. All right, hold those shoulder blades together. Stay right there. You can bend your knees if you want to. And just lift those arms straight up so they're in the same plane as your head. Keeping your shoulders anchored down and your scoop in and squat a little bit lower. And we're just going to move our arms down to the floor and back up. Holding your scoop, holding your shoulders anchored. Check your shoulder anchor, check your Pilates scoop. And bring it back down. Drop your tailbone and roll back up. Stepping nice and wide. Send your hips side to side. In fact, let's make a couple big, huge circles. Just making everything a little bit more awake. Bellies, pull it in. Arms on the shoulders today. We're going to go 12 o'clock. We're going to send our hips to the right. We're going to lean over. 8, 7, 6, leave your hips where they are. 4, pull it in. 2, 1, switch hips, over. Lean a little bit forward rather than back. Your abs should be doing the work. If you feel it in your back, you come forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tuck those tails underneath. Pull your abs in. Pull those abs in. Think of twisting your heart upward just a little bit. And last 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it up. 2, 3. Squeeze in the front. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 2, 3, 1. Switch over 2, 1. Up. Switch 2, 1. Up. Switch 2, 1. Up. Switch 2, 1. Up. Here we go. Crazy singles. Over. Up. Hips. Over. Up. Hips. Over. Up. Hips. Last one. Let it go. Walking forward. Drop those hips for a second. Open up your chest. Just let it feel good. Think about pulling your shoulder blades back behind you. Freeing your neck. Tuck your toes. Come on back. Go ahead and stretch those wrists like we talked about. Curl it up. And come to your modified plank. Yeah, so in our modified plank, we're trying to get this angle of the hips all the way flat. So that means I have to really lift my scoop and tuck just a little bit towards 12 o'clock. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. Look down at your hands. Pointer fingers forward. Big hands are actively grabbing the floor, which feels like a lot more work. Slight bend in the elbow. Pull your elbows back. Knees together. Lift your core and right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch left. Fight for your back to stay straight in the bottom. 6, 7, switch down. Keep pressing into your first and second knuckles. Uh-oh, I lost my scoop. How about you? Press it back. Curl up. Now find all fours. If your wrists are tired, you can switch for this one to fist. Release, lift, release, lift, release, lift, release, lift, release, lift, release, lift. Now we'll add pelvic flex. We'll go 12, neutral, 6, neutral. Adjust your pelvis. Don't worry about your shoulders. Your shoulders are staying anchored. Find super flat back. Roll those shoulders back. From here, we're going to bring our knees all the way together to start. Drop your heart forward. Elbows roll to the back of the room. Press out with your left leg. And lift your right leg to the side. So I'm trying to keep my back super flat. It's handy. I'm just as tall as my window. Shoulders back, abs, and switch legs. Rotate those elbows to the back of the room. Micro bend. Hips down, take a break. Press your butt all the way back to your heels. So press with your hands. Flip over those wrists, give them a stretch. Roll up. Circle Let your ankles and your knees and your hips just adjust for a moment. All right, here we go. Shoulders back, ribs in, stomach in. Nice flat back to start. We're gonna exhale. And we're gonna tuck that tailbone underneath us further. Ooh, I got some tight quads today. So I'm leaning my pelvis back to a 12 o'clock position. I'm gonna take my hands back today since I feel tight in the quads. And I'm gonna just enjoy a stretch for a moment before we move on. If you wanna twist a little bit to get in there, go for it. Let it feel good. And then all the way back here, take a big breath in. Stick out that belly. Exhale, pull it in. Curve back to 12 o'clock. And arms come forward. Trying to keep your pelvis back. We're going to press into the floor and squeeze our butts to rise. And exhale, deepen that hinge. And then reach forward. Shoulders, ankle, or back. Find a flat back position and hold it as long as you can. Then fall until your hands touch. Try and put your nose, chin, and chest in between your hands. Nose, chin, chest, shoulders back. Lift it up, down. And now we're going to try and push our mats across the floor forward and stay as low as we can to get back home. Scoops in. Come back. Roll up. Repeat. Curve, hinge. Stay back. Squeeze your buns underneath yourself to rise. Curve, hinge. Dive through. Squeeze your thighs together for stability. Anchor your shoulders. Nose, chin, chest. Shoulders back, rise. Press to your fingertips. Lower down. Push your mat forward to go back low. One more time. Rise up. Flat back. And nose to chest. And up. Press it back. Tuck your toes. And let your tailbone rise. Walk that dog. Just let it be nice stretch. Roll your shoulders back. Elbows tucked to your waist. And this whole time you want to think about your elbows staying in so they're not coming out to the sides at all. Keeping them in. And let those knees down. Come back to your child's pose and tuck your wrists underneath again. Take a break. When you're ready, come up to seated. We'll do our roll downs. Hold on, I'm gonna grab some water. Seated in our regular seated position. Remember, we want the size of a personal size cheesecake in between our knees. Ooh, I forgot I was going to tell you this. So for my students who are doing this class online, you probably want to hear me just a little bit. So for students who are doing this class online for a community college, we're asking for the 3 photos during your workout, and I'm going to start telling you in the middle of the workout which poses those should be. So you can either screenshot during or we can go through it afterwards. But today the first one is going to be that crazy little hinge thing that we just did. Yeah? So 12 o'clock pelvis, legs are parallel hopefully, abs are in. That's our first of the 3 cued positions. Okay. Back to fun. We have parallel legs, room for a personal size cheesecake, toes stay on the floor, arms come up, drop your shoulders down so your neck feels nice and loose. Pilates scoop comes in, and we curve the lower back and rise. We go 3, 2, 1, and rise. You come down even a little bit lower on this last one. Relax those shoulders back. Your chin might be poking. Take that neck in line with the spine. Breathe deep in your Pilates scoop. And let's pat some tiny adorable animals. Normally, if I could hear you in real life, I would ask you what kind of animal it is today. So I want you to imagine the cutest animal you can think of. Is it a small Pomeranian? Is it a hedgehog? Is it a turtle? Is it a kitten? Oh, it's kitten, you gotta get low. A baby giraffe. Pull those scoops back in. Take the fur off yourself. And come on up. We're gonna pull our bow and arrow like Katniss. Sit up all the way tall, and then we're gonna curve down and lift that same leg and return up. So first we roll down, full twist like Katniss, and lift the leg, get a little lower, and up. And pull, aim, fire. And pull, aim, fire. Well, I added this new trick and it's confusing. Pull, aim, fire. Here we go. Pew. Shoulders back, stomach in. Good, last. Let go. Hold those feet together. Lift up all the way from the base of your spine and send your hip bones forward. Let your hips open up. Soft hip sockets here. Let your arms come down. Drop your head first. And then we're going to do little neck lifts. So most of us are feeling like we're watching our cell phones too much right now, or our computers. So we're going to practice strengthening the muscles that help us sit up straight through the neck. So as you're sitting down here, letting your hips open, take your hand to the nape of your neck, which is right where that old lady lump starts to happen. And keeping a long neck, I want you to just lift your head until you feel this part of your spine get into alignment with itself. And relax a little bit, feel it curve, and then lift. So I'm tucking my chin, and I'm definitely making 1.5 chins here. Head's heavy, lengthen. It also feels like someone's pulling my ears that way. Lift, lift, lift. How's your Pilates scoop? I bet we forgot all about it. Take those hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back, pop your chest forward. Lean out again and see if you can lift out of that chin poke in this position. Can you hold your scoop in? Can you hold your ribs together, your shoulders back? You lift that chin. Come on upright. Let your arms out to the side. Couple chin pokes right here. We want to pull our chin slightly in for a nice long back of the neck. Bring those knees over. We're going to circle them up. Go ahead and just walk side to side. Out in with your Pilates scoop. Holding that scoop in, let's talk about where your back is. So if you're not super loose in your thighs, have nice loose knees pointed up. And we want to get our back nice and flat. So neutral spine would be scoops in, lower back is pretty dang flat, yeah? From there we could go 12 o'clock, which would be the tuck underneath. We can lift, we can arch. And if everybody starts with bent knees today, then everybody can feel that arch feeling, yeah? So we'll go 12 o'clock, neutral, arch, neutral, 12, neutral. How are your shoulders? Are your shoulders anchored back? Oh, hold on a second, you guys. Sorry for the interruption. AT&T is here knocking at my door. Hey. You're welcome. Thank you for your hard work, guys. We appreciate it. They have trees on Skyline, so they want to drive the trucks through. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Okay. We are all good. We just have to start the music up. Okay. What are we doing? I totally forgot. Wah, wah. I think we're good. Okay. Spinal twist, that's what we're up to. Okay. So, soft knees, but we're pointing them up. We're not letting them roll in. We did a bunch of these while I was talking to PG&E. If you're flexible, your knees will start to relax down. That's fine. Both of these are correct positions. Here we go. Arms are going to come out with our shoulders back and elbows are up. So shoulders back, but elbows rotated up. Here we go. We'll go contract 2 or 12 o'clock, neutral. And twist to your left and come back center. 12 o'clock, neutral. Check your elbows, twist, and center. And 12 o'clock, how's your scoop? Lift, and twist, and center. Keep going. 12 o'clock, deepen that Pilates scoop. As you twist, you should feel like you're bringing out your center. It gets smaller as you rotate. Pause in your twist. This is your right hand forward. It should be over your right leg. Same hand, same foot. It's on your final. Let's make this one of our positions for today's photos, yes? So our spinal twist is the position for today. In this position, try to relax your hip flexors right here because you might feel like they're gripping. But what we want to do is lift from our core. Notice whether your shoulders are trying to get you even farther than you can go. We want to anchor those shoulders just like always. Elbows up and center. Here we go. Contract. 2, lift up for 2 and rotate and hold. Deepen that Pilates scoop. Shoulders down, elbows up. Open those legs. Sit up tall with your core muscles. Come center. Here we go a little faster. Curve, neutral, twist, center. Curve, neutral, twist, center. Curve, neutral, twist, center. And twist and center. Now curve and center and twist and center. Moving on to the saw, we curve and twist, and then we're going to saw. Go ahead and release your arms for a second. I'm sure they're tired. Hold your elbows into your body so you don't over move those shoulders. And lean out while taking your left back shoulder and squeezing it down with your back. So it's almost like pushing this guy down is what helps me to lean out over that right leg. Yeah? So big squeeze in your teres minor and lats. Lift up. Send your arms out here. Come back center. Twist. Bring your elbows in for today. And think squeeze in the back of your backside. So your heart and your armpit are coming forward over that left side. Try and get your back shoulder back a little more. Try and get your scoop in a little further. Come back in. All right. Now we'll put the arms back in. We'll do proper soft. Pilates scoop and your shoulders. Here we go. Contract and faster. Contract. And twist. And saw. And center. Contract. And rise. And twist. And lean. Saw your pinky toe off. Same arm, same leg. Here. Saw. Up. Center. Contract. And twist. Lean. Bring it back. Center. And twist, and center, front, and twist, lean, center, and drop your shoulders. Tap out. Get a nice handful of marshmallows to tap out those deltoids. All right, bring those legs together, and come on back down to your back for pelvic clock. Stick out your belly for a hot second first. Find your Pilates scoop. Ribs down. Ribs together like you're wearing a tiny little vest. And we're going to rock the hips. 6, neutral, 12, neutral, 6, neutral, 12. And remember, when we get to 6, it's really difficult not to press your belly up, but we want to press in even as we're going to 6. Neutral, 6. Neutral, 6, neutral, 12. Take your toes to your tippy tip tiptoe so there's no weight in those legs. See if you can do pelvic clock here. Here you go. 12, neutral, 6, neutral, 12, neutral, 6, neutral, 12, neutral, 6. Place your feet back on the floor. Personal size cheesecake between your knees. Rolling up. We'll go 6, neutral, 12. Roll up the spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Shoulders back. 1. Rolling down. Ribs together. Tummies in. Lower back's about to touch. Keep your cheeks up off the floor. Hold on for your 12 o'clock. Relax your glutes. And neutral. And 6. And neutral. And 12. Roll it back up. Nice and slow. 6, 7, 8. Roll it down. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 12 o'clock. Neutral. 6 o'clock. Neutral. 12 o'clock. Roll it up. All right, we're going to stay up here today. Use your arms. Press them into the mat from the shoulder all the way down to the hands. Press them in. Drop your belly deeper. See if you can find 12 o'clock in this position. Notice how your legs want to fall apart and hold them to parallel. So you're feeling for 12 o'clock pelvis and legs together. Arms are helping you by supporting into the floor. Long neck. Heel lifts. Toes, balls of the feet are staying on the floor, and we're just going to lift right, left, right, left. Roll down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, curve, 2, 1, 12 o'clock, neutral, 6 o'clock, neutral, 12, roll back up, 5, 6, shoulders back, 12 o'clock, this time we're going to walk, no movement in the hips whatsoever, save the salsa for the chips. 7, 6, 5, 4. Curve that lower back. 1 and 8 o'clock. Pull your right knee in. Send your left leg long. Gentle stretch up. Bring it back in. Switch your legs. Gentle extend up. And bring it back down. Both feet on the floor, back where we started. Exhale, hollow out that center. Parallel legs, here we go. We got a knee, extend, turn it out, and lower. Bring it up, parallel, bend it, put it down. Then knee, extend, turn it out, and lower. Bring it up, parallel, bend it, put it down. Run knee, extend, turn it out, and lower. How's your Pilates scoop doing as you move through these knees? Extend, turn it out, and lower. Bring it up, parallel, bend it, put it down. Arms back down to the floor. Let's try 2 sets up in the air. Pilates scoop, roll up those backs. Shoulders down. Hips don't have to be high, but they do need to be 12 o'clock. Here we go with the legs. We go knee, extend, turn it out, and lower. Bring it up, parallel. I'll bend it, put it down. Switch legs, knee. Hold on to your 12 o'clock. And extend. Bring it up, parallel. Bend it, put it down. Knee, extend, pull it up, parallel. Yes, and touch, and then put it down. Last one. Extend, turn it, and in, and roll down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 12 o'clock. Release. Roll over onto your left side. Bring those knees up. Find your nice neutral spine. Scoops are in. We're just going to do a quick set of crazy clamshell kicks. So notice I'm trying to keep my thighs at the same relative distance to my head. So they're rotating in and out. They're fanning in and out, but they're not kicking or straightening at all here. So on the out, we're going to hold this out position. Make sure your hips on top of each other. Extend, bend, close. So these are crazy clam kicks. Here we go together. We'll go open, kick, bend it, put it, and open, kick, bend it, put it down, and open, kick, bend it, put it down, and open, kick, bend it, put it down. Switch sides. Here we go. Open and close. Take this for a simple section to check that your hips are staying on top of each other. We don't want to roll back. We want to stay right on. All right, crazy clam kicks. Open. Bend it, put it down. Open. Here. Bend it, put it down, and open. Extend. Bend it, put it down. Open. Extend. Extend. Put it down. Last one here. Come back to your back. Show me a nice cross-legged leg, so we're pulling your left leg in nice and close, and your right leg straight, and switch. And as you move through this position, notice how your legs might want to go out to the side a little bit. I want you to think of them staying right next to each other, so they're parallel the whole time. Take your hands behind your head on the mat and open your shoulders wide so your elbows relax into the mat. And we're going to do crisscross, but what we want is to keep that feeling of open shoulders the whole time. So go ahead and find your Pilates scoop. And 12 o'clock pelvis to start with. Exhale, shoulders down, ribs down. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders stay up. And feel how your elbows want to come forward to help you. But they're not really helping if they do that. So keep them open. We're going to bend our right leg and twist, shoulders off the ground, looking at your right elbow and beyond. Do not close that shoulder elbow on the left side. Keep it wide. Stay up. Come center. Both legs are bent. Twist to the left side. Stay up. Look past your left shoulder. Left leg bends. Up. 2, 3, 4. Left. 2. Center. 2. Twist. 2. Close. So we stay up the whole time here. Rotating. Looking past our elbow. Notice how when you really twist, your legs might want to come out to the sides, but you're going to resist that. This is crisscross. Crisscross will be your third photo op of the day. For those of you who are taking my classes online. How's your scoop? How's your 12 o'clock? Come center. Finish it off. Come center. Relax your head, shake it out. Pull those knees into your chest. Find your 12 o'clock pelvis. Let your legs float up just a little bit. Deepen that Pilates scoop. And we're going to do hip up. So the hips curve up like a little crunch. Toes are trying to reach towards the ceiling. Remember, we don't want to swing our legs here, so no swinging like you're on a swing. Just straight up with those legs. Shoulders are back. Stay 12 o'clock, legs together, turn out if you can. Put your hands on your belly to hold that Pilates scoop in. Actually, you're just observing that you're holding it. Send your feet out just past your hips and bring them back in without losing that scoop. Double straight leg stretch. This is just about holding your scoop in and keeping your lower back on the floor. So don't get excited about pulling your legs around. Feel your lower back. Imagine your lower back growing roots down into your mat. Go ahead and bend those legs and take them to your right and have a nice twist stretch. And switch sides to the other side. And come back center. Single leg stretch. Up, lower, higher, down. Release. Circle those legs around. Bring the knees into the chest. Hold 12 o'clock. And extend those legs, but keep the weight out of your tailbone. Bend them back into your chest. Extend. 3, 4. Bring them home. Extend. Bring them home. Extend. Bring them home. How's your scoop? How's your ribs? Extend. Bring them home. Put your feet on the floor. Slide them out longer than normal. Find that nice deep Pilates scoop. We're going to bring our ribs together with that tight vest feeling again. And take your arms down by your sides, shoulders back. And we're just gonna lift our arms up so they're above your shoulders. And then let them float up above your head. And as you do that, the feeling you're gonna get is that you wanna release your ribs. But I want you to keep that keep your ribs tied together and you're scooping and your full flat pelvis. And that might mean that you can't get your hands all the way down to the floor, which is totally fine. So hold your torso instead of trying to move your arms bigger. Can you keep your shoulders anchored down this whole time? So we're going up. We're going to add out to the side. You can bend your elbows if you're out of space. Down back to your hips. Roll them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open side. Down to your hips. Pull your scoop back in. Reverse that circle. So now your arms come up the sides. Keep your shoulders anchored. Ribs in and above your body. Tummy's in. Lower back anchored to the ground. Grow roots. And take it back down. Relax, jiggly up. Windshield wipe for those knees. Go ahead and come on up to the center. Last ones, we're going to do number 4 leg. Just twist away from that and lift it up behind. So I'm trying to lift straight back and maybe even push that leg behind. Keep lifting in through your scoop, trying to lengthen through your whole spine. Hey, switch sides. Lift your scoop in, long torso, lift that leg behind yourself. Hey, nice guys, we're almost there. Bring that leg around the front. Stack your calves on top of each other like 2 pieces of wood. Lift up and forward. Let your hips stretch out. Good job. Woo. Those leg downs. You made it! Hello, everybody. You made it. Okay, I'm gonna turn off.